welcome back. It's a nice April day. We had some snow yesterday and the snow a couple days before that, and so I thought to myself, you know, I could really go for some warm weather. I started thinking summertime, I started thinking the islands, I started thinking Jamaica. So what I thought up in my head was I wanted to make some Jamaican salmon with a little bit of pineapple salsa. So what we have going on here today, I'm gonna try to get summer in here as fast as possible. So I've got some salmon that I had freshly cut today. Come on in. So we have 3 half-pound salmon fillets. We're gonna season those in a moment here, and then for our pineapple salsa, we have about a cup or so of chopped pineapple, some chopped peppers. We've got some cilantro, finely chopped, and then right over here I have some onions chopped and about a half of a jalapeno chopped up in there. So that's going to go in there. We're going to incorporate all of that together. First thing we're going to start though is we're going to add some Fireball whiskey to our salmon, and then we're going to do a jerk seasoning. I just put together something, basically all your main ingredients. So I have allspice, nutmeg, clove, onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper. I think I did use sea salt.
Yeah.
And ground pepper. We're going to incorporate that, and then we're going to put it on there. So to get started here, we're going to be smoking this on our Traeger today at 350 degrees. Should take about a half hour or so. You're looking for an internal temperature on the salmon of about 145 degrees. That you can cook that to your temperature. If you like it 135, if you like it 155, you know, whatever you and your guests like is going to be just fine. Just don't burn it and dry it out. As soon as it starts to flake off, it'll be good. So there's lots of ways you can make salmon, but I want to try this today because it's something unique and it's got great presentation for your company. So we're going to start with my jerk seasoning here. Just put it on. It's a nice layer on each of the fish. I always say go a couple inches above so you can get a nice even distribution of the seasoning. You don't want to ever forget the sides. Usually the first part that you start tasting. So looks good to me. For the Fireball, it's just a little oh, it's on there nice and tight. Just a little spritz on top. Don't have to go crazy with it. It is going to provide lots of flavor. And with the way that seasoning is made, the texture of it, it's not running all over the place. So if you do this ahead of time, you know, first and then put the seasoning on, and you put this on afterward, it's not going to wash anything off. It's looking pretty good. We're almost at temperature right there, so we can go ahead. I'm going to put the salmon on the smoker, and then we're going to get this going. What we're going to do is we're going to smoke the salmon for 10 or so minutes, and once this is made, we're going to go back onto the smoker, and we're going to layer the salsa on the salmon as it continues to smoke, and then we'll have some left over that you can put on afterwards as well. Try to lay them all in a similar location in the middle of the grill. There you go. See how nice the seasoning looks on there. Didn't wash off. Very good. All right, now for our pineapple salsa. All right, got the hands all washed. We're good to go. So we'll just start by simply combining everything. Put your pineapple in first. So this is maybe a quarter cup or so, thereabouts. I'm just going to put a little bit in, and once we start mixing the stuff together, see how it looks, and then we'll determine how much more we want to add in. We don't want too much of any of the vegetables. jalapenos and the peppers, or the onions, excuse me. Just give that a tap. I kind of mixed that up before with a fork. Don't necessarily want to be touching all the seeds with your fingers. I just want to flip that around, get everything kind of mixed in together. What I like to do is come back, put a little extra of the jerk seasoning on there. Not too much, just enough. Just enough to know that it's going to be adding some flavor there. All right, now that we have that all incorporated, we're just going to let the salmon continue to smoke. It's been 1 minute, so give it 10 minutes or so, and then we'll layer that on, and then we'll come back and see how it looks. We've got our salmon on for about 10 minutes or so. We've got our salsa all ready to go. We've incorporated this in here nicely. We've got it seasoned with that jerk seasoning. So we're just going to take it on over to the fish, put a little bit on each piece. Let that cook and smoke in there, and infuse that flavor through the fish as it continues to cook. You can tell how it's looking right now. It definitely has a ways to go.
Yeah.
But it is looking fantastic. So we'll just take our salsa, small amounts, spill all over the place.
I'm guessing this is going to be really good, Dad, right?
I hope so.
So this is the first time we have been doing this. My dad just thought of doing this. He thought it would be nice to have a nice salsa on it, so it could taste better and more flavor to it. Right, Dad? Yeah.
Well, this is how I make Jamaican pork.
Oh, okay.
And so I figured it has to go good on salmon. So, all right, there we go. So we'll just put a little bit on there. Maybe a little much, but that's okay. We'll see. So we'll just close this, because if it's open, it's not cooking.
Okay.
So we're just going to let that continue to smoke for another 15 to 20 minutes until we get to the right temperature and texture, and then we'll pull it off and go from there. I think we're at temperature. Just checked it about 5 minutes ago. It was at 137, so it should be at 145 around now. 145, if I didn't say that. Looks good to me. We'll temp that one. Put that one in there. It's at 148. 48, and it's at 150. So, yeah, definitely done. So we will simply grab
Spatula?
my spatula.
And the board to put the salmon on. So, yeah, because we don't want to be touching the fish, because me, Mom, and Dad are going to have it. And we don't want people's fingers on our food.
Well, it's because it's really hot.
Yeah, that too. And you don't want to burn your fingers on that. If you burn, it's going to be really hot, and you will not enjoy that.
What we got here is our finished product so far. Just going to board it up. See the incorporation of the salsa on the fish. Turns out really nice. So hopefully the flavor is what I'm anticipating it's going to be. So we're going to leave it on the board for about 5 minutes or so, let it finish cooking, plate them up, cut into them, and taste that Jamaican deliciousness. All right, we decided not to plate them up, but to eat them right off the board. So the wife took hers on porcelain, and we're sticking with wood here. So this is our videographer today. Hello. So why don't you go ahead, take a bite out of that, tell us how you like it. It's rested about 5 minutes, almost 6. See how it looks.
It is very good.
Yep, that's good.
It has tons of texture and flavor. I love the salsa that my dad put on it. It made a great texture, flavor, stuff like that. It's just really good. I like that.
Why don't you try some of that?
Over here?
Yeah, try some of this also. Let me know how it is.
Yeah, it's really good.
Did it turn out nice? Mm-hmm. Let's just get a little idea what. Here, don't let it all go on the. There we go. Yeah, it's a beautiful flake. It's nice.
Yeah.
Very, very evenly cooked. All right. Got some guys out there enjoying spring on their dirt bikes. That's all right.
Now we're going into the field. I think they were doing right.
All right, well, that's a wrap today. So thank you very much for tuning in and checking us out.
And subscribe if you like our video.
All right, it's dinner time. Thank you, everybody. Take care.